What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm a young beige man
Doing all that you can?
doing all that I can. I'm sorry for the noise, man.
Nah, you good.
They got me outside. So if you hear
Nah,
some
nah, you sound good.
it sounds some leaf, you hear some leaf blowing,
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
I thought you was gonna be leaf blowing. You know what I'm saying? When you got on here.
Oh, well, we just started. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't hit you. I can't hit you with the heat right off the bat, you know what I mean? What they say, if you start up here, you ain't got nowhere to go but down. So look, you know.
So what's
So
been
oh,
going on?
we gonna get there for sure.
Yeah. So how you been, man? I
You
know
know,
you normally would be on the road, moving around and all of that.
you
So
already know. You already know. Well, you're right about that. Well, first and foremost, today is a special day, so we gotta give we gotta give my man a big shout out today.
okay.
This is Play's birthday,
Oh man.
so we gotta put that out there. He's July 10th.
Yeah.
And I don't.
I definitely got to call him soon.
Oh, you already know, but yeah, we gotta get in line, But yeah, but you're right. We would typically be, like on the road, or how it goes touring. It's
Uh-huh.
great in the summertime, and then just summertime.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just I'm out here in beautiful Los Angeles, but it's. I was telling somebody the other day. I said, the weather's beautiful, but it ain't warm
Yeah.
because it's not. It's not the same. We're not having the. You just don't feel like you can do everything that you normally are able to do. So, but we gotta look for the best, and I'm glad we're here. You're here.
Yeah.
You know, we are alive, right? You in Texas? Woo.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in Dallas, man.
Bruh,
You know,
bruh. I had one of my friends. He owns some comedy clubs down there in that Dallas Fort Worth area. He hit me up, talking about ready to come back on. I said,
yeah.
You
And
jump on the road. I was, mm.
yeah, and
we
it's
just we
crazy.
just met. We can't do that yet.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
crazy because,
I'm coming.
people were getting ready to probably start getting out a little bit.
Mm.
Then,
Yeah, they was.
of
Yeah,
course,
they was.
you had DL Hughley situation. So after seeing that, you know what?
Woo.
I'm definitely not going to get on the road right now.
No, I mean, and I mean, no disrespect to anybody, because there's going to be a lot of choices that all of us are going to have to make at some point in time,
Yeah.
um, and and you have to respect those choices, but these are choices, the likes that we've never really faced before, like like this, like physical health, you know what I mean, like. You know what I mean? And then I don't even know what that's like. Like, with our people,
Mm.
I'm wondering, are fans cool about coming to a comedy club?
Yeah.
I mean, are they? You tell me. What's it like in Texas? I know Texas people don't like being told what to do. I get all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they've been, I saw Michael Blackston promoting that he was going to be at the Addison Improv coming up
Mm,
pretty soon. So I'm interested to see
mhm.
how you can
Yeah.
put people in a venue because, typically at the Improv, like if it's only a couple, they'll put a couple with a totally different couple that they don't know. You know, and so I'm like, man,
Remember that? We used to talk about that. Like, oh, what's up? Y'all don't know each other? Oh, they just put you okay, they just put black people together. Okay, all right. See, yeah, exactly. Them days is over with,
yeah.
right? What you
Uh-huh.
talking about?
Yeah, so you don't know what it's going to look like. And then, okay, if you say, okay, I'm going to give you a table by itself, they already was trying to hit you for two item
So,
minimums and all of that. So I can only
yeah.
imagine that minimums are going to go up in uh, some way.
Sure. And then also too, like, like I said, I mean, I got a matter of fact, I got some friends of mine that are recently back out on the road, like this weekend. So, I want to speak to them and find out, like, yo, like, what, like, what's it like? To me, it would feel a little, um, a little weird. I mean, like,
Yeah.
what's the vibe? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And also too, look, I can remember, I've been doing comedy long enough to remember what it was like, um, during 9/11.
Yeah.
Like everybody, excuse me, everybody had gigs right around 9/11, and
Mm-hmm.
that got shut down for a minute.
Right. Well, yeah.
But the difference was, after like a few weeks, everything everything like came back up. I remember, the comedy club, yo man, blah, blah, blah. And when we went back to those cities,
Mm-hmm.
those fans, man, they were ready to laugh. They were like
Yeah.
pleased, like they had been through so much.
Right.
I mean, this pandemic here is something unlike anything we've seen. Like, it takes away a lot of people's impulse, and their, normally people are like really fearless, and
Right.
I've seen it make fearless people fearful,
Uh-huh.
including myself. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, my people, they work to try to get me out the house. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. And
right? Where we going? What we doing? Who got the gloves? Come on, like, come on.
right.
You know what I mean? Spray your mama. Like, everybody's a suspect. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean? You don't know who rocking with it. So,
And then even with like and that's why it's like you really have to check on people because it's three different things going on all at the same time. You got the pandemic, so people are afraid from that standpoint. Then you got the police brutality and everything that's going on with that, so that's another layer. And then you got the economic problem because so many people
right.
are unemployed and not making money. So
Mm,
you know
right. Ooh, yeah.
stressed out.
Desperados is out there, ain't they?
Yeah, man.
Them
So
desperados out there, bro. So yeah, look, I'm very anxious to get things back to, back to normal,
mhm,
so to speak. And the main part, to be honest, outside of business, I mean, look, business is business,
yeah,
and we're all gonna have to do what we have to do to do what we have to do. But one of the things about this pandemic that makes me upset is, like, when it's all over, like, you know how we are, man. Like, you talking about black people, brown people. We're physical people.
yeah,
We're emotional. You know what I mean? Rappers and actors and entrepreneurs such as yourself. Like, when we see the show, we like, hey, 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 we're real touchy. We're not like, hey, Chuck, hey, Phil. All right, no,
right.
we don't. We like,
It's,
nigga, what the fucking nigga, what the fucking nigga, what nigga, you better leave this, nigga, right?
yeah,
That's us. And then we're gonna, what I'm saying? I'm gonna miss that, because, just, what I mean? It's just not just seeing somebody that you care about, or a good friend, or a family member. We gotta touch them.
yeah,
You know what I mean? We like, yo, man, come here, man, come here, my nigga, come here, man, come here, man,
right.
come here. You got a wire? You got a wire? All right, you got a? You sure you ain't got a wire? Huh?
Yeah,
Come on, Dessie. I know you got a wire. I see you down there at the courthouse. I see you.
yeah. And then I was even thinking about like how I was asking what city were you in because
Mhm.
you the one that sent me the random text like, yo, bro, I know I ain't talked to you in a minute. I'm in Dallas. Come meet me at Buffalo Wild Wings. Pull up. You know what I'm saying?
What I did, right? That's the type of dude I am, right? I pull, man. I'm classy too. Pull up, hit me at B Dubs. Lemon pepper on me.
Right. You know?
Right, right. But to me, but once again, going back, like, those are those random things that, like, that's fun. You know what I'm saying? Casual. Come on, man. I live in LA. I've been in LA this whole time, man.
Yeah.
And typically, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you done hit me sometimes when you came up out here. Cats that hit you like, yo, now, man, I'm in LA. Come on, I'll let your boy. And you like, if I'm hit, I'm like, yeah, nigga, where you at? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? And that's that. Those are those things that I hope, but I don't know yet. I don't know if we're gonna get back to that, because that's, you know what I mean? That's the fun part. Like, even when even when it's bad. Like I tell people all the time, like, when we talk about all the memories and the stuff that we have together,
Hmm.
like we, I don't think we really talk about the good times
Yeah.
all the time. You know what I'm saying? We don't be like, yo, Dessie, remember that time, man? Remember at your graduation, man? The lights was the sun was shining and the birds was chirping and everything was beautiful. We don't never remember that. Remember you fell. Remember you fell. Remember that? Yeah,
Right.
you got to the and you fell. You fell. We
Yeah.
remember that. Remember that you chipped your tooth. You fell.
Mhm.
And but that's what I mean. But that's life. That's the things. You know what I mean. We tend to remember the things that embarrass each other, but those are the moments that make it memorable. We don't remember those days where everything went.
When,
Oh, it was beautiful. Everything went off without a hitch. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like my father passed away last year,
Yeah. So,
and we it was last June, and we had a a beautiful funeral for him to send him off the right way.
yeah.
And in his will and his instructions, he wanted there to throw up a dove at the funeral, at the cemetery.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, man, I got 3 kids, 3 grown kids. I said, you know what? We got this. I said, I want y'all to throw up the dove. The three of y'all. We got one dove.
Yeah.
We got the three of y'all. We're gonna 3, 2, 1, and throw up the dove, and the dove is gonna fly up, to the heavens.
Right.
That's what my father wanted. He said, you know what I'm saying? He wanted a dove. We're gonna give him a dove. Here's the dove. My 3 kids. Here's the dove. Boom. So here we go. We go out there. We're in Orlando, by the way. Orlando. It's like 90 something, 90 something humidity.
Yeah.
Great. So they go, all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The dove. And the dove come right back down. Like this.
Oh man.
The dove. Now he's not dead.
Yeah.
He's just tired. The dove is standing by the fence. He like, I'm sorry, kid. Man, it's hot. Man, it's hot up down there. And I'm looking at my kids. I was like, you had one job. You know what I'm saying? Y'all three, y'all couldn't get this. You couldn't get the, but
If
that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna
he
talk
been
about
off somewhere, it would have been all
me.
right.
You couldn't. Yeah, he went up. He came right back down. He said, look. He said, kid, I'm sorry, man. I've been sick. Ooh, it's hot. And then when they try to throw me up, it's hotter up there. I had to come back there, but come back there.
Yeah.
I'm sure your father was a good guy, but I'm saying those we're gonna miss. You know what I mean? Our whole family was there, and we touching, and even if we arguing, we just being really physical with each other. And I know all families aren't like that, but a lot of our families are like that.
Yeah.
And I hope we get to come back to that, because I'll miss that. Anybody knows me, like, knows I'm a huggy type of dude.
Yeah. And then I was even thinking about, like, a couple of the times that we've been together. Like, we've been in clubs together. Went back to Buffalo Wild Wings. Remember, we sat there for a couple of hours and just talked to random people at the bar. So
Taking pictures, everything, right?
now you looking at them like,
Oh
hey,
God. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna be like, because I haven't gone out to regular places. You know what I'm saying? Like the places I've been out here, like, friends of mine, houses, or my girls, people, you know what I mean?
yeah,
People, we just real controlled environments.
right,
I haven't, been to a Buffalo Wild Wings type place. I wouldn't even know what to do there. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And how I am. I love the fans, and
right,
that I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that.
yeah. So why I got you here, man? I wanted to talk about some, a lot of these stories I know, but the I necessarily so
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I hope you don't mind if I move around a little bit. Okay. Right.
so
Yeah. Yeah. No, first of all, you already got the
We
You already got the pipeline. You know what I'm
the
saying?
body together.
You in play tight. So you already know. You already know where the bodies are buried. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I wanted to talk about, like House Party just had an anniversary
Mm-hmm.
not too long.
Totally.
Was it 25?
No, it's 30 now. We old, bro. We old.
So just talk about, that movie coming together, because from my understanding
Sure.
it was a vote situation, and
Oh God. Yeah. Play told you that, right? Yeah, hold on, let me see if I get situated. Yeah, it really was. Um, hold on, let me open this up real quick. I'm looking crispy. Um, it really was, a lot of times, a lot of the things that we got a chance to do, it was like the first time trying to do it.
yeah,
And so um, we didn't have all the best information and stuff. So you kind of got to go by your gut.
yeah,
And That's kind of what we did. So I think what Play was talking about was literally when they gave us the script for House Party.
hmm,
I read the script. It was kind of my job to read stuff
yeah,
back in the days,
yeah,
And they can't, you know what I mean? Like, let kid read it. Okay, all right, I'll read it. Right.
yeah,
I was the one guy with a degree at the time, so I guess it was my job to read stuff. So I read it, and I thought it was something that we could make work. I didn't think it was 100% at the time,
hmm,
but I thought that we could bring it there.
yeah,
And I told Play that, and I told our manager and producer at the time. I told Herbie that,
yeah,
and I think what Play was talking about was he was satisfied. We were doing really well. We were touring all over the place. We were on the rise. A lot of cool things were happening.
yeah,
Um, and I think the tendency is, let's just stick with what we're doing. Forget all this new stuff and whatever, whatever. But I don't know. Sometimes you have a gut reaction. You know how you are. You out in that entertainment world. Sometimes,
right.
sometimes you don't have the data or like I can't physically show you why we should do it.
But
I'm just telling you, my gut,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
hmm,
My gut says we should do this.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And with our crew, and Play's been in situations like that too, where he felt really strongly about something.
yeah,
He'd be like, and we'd be like, "Yo, dude, what are you talking about? Like, why should? You can't show us why we should do it."
right.
And he'd be like, "Yo, dude, trust me. I got a feeling."
Yeah,
That's what a motherfucker tell you. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you, "I got a feeling." And if a dude in our crew, we were like, if somebody felt that strongly,
hmm,
then you got to rock with him. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Rock with him. He's, and so that's how we felt about House Party. I was like, yo, man, the script is. I like the script. I think we can bring it there.
yeah,
It might be a good, but we didn't know it was gonna be like this. We didn't know it was gonna be like 30 years later. Like, stop it. Anybody say that? I mean, I wish I could say that. I knew we'd be
yeah, and it
30 years. No, I wish. But
always.
I'm glad it is. I'm glad it is.
Yeah,
Glad it's a
he
classic.
told me that another reason that he was kind of concerned was because I guess Run DMC had did a movie that didn't do well. Was it Tougher Than
Hmm.
Leather? And then
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
I think
Hmm.
the movie people didn't they want Fresh Prince and
Hmm.
Jazzy Jeff to do the movie, something like that.
Initially, yeah, that's what we heard. That's what we heard. But the thing is, look, look, in just in life, I would tell anybody this: whatever line of work you in, or whatever walk of life you walk in. Look, I could the arguments that Play was saying to not do it
Yeah,
was the same ones I was. It's like, man, Run DMC made a movie and it didn't. I said, but we ain't Run DMC. Like we, you know what I'm saying? We better. You know what I'm saying? Like we could, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, just because somebody else failed
yeah,
doesn't mean that we can't win. That's my point. I'm like, they not us.
yeah,
We ain't gonna fail. Our movie is not going to fail. We're going to be successful. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about, but I'm telling we're going to do it.
Yeah.
My front voice was, we can do it. Another thing in the back, it was like, stop lying. You have no evidence of this.
Yeah.
We can do it. Play me and you. I don't really have that much faith in us. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes the beauty in being young, and we were really young back then, is you're too young to be scared.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we weren't scared. And a lot of it had to do with a lot of that had to do with the fact that we were whatever we were gonna do, we were gonna do together.
Yeah.
So when like I said, when one of us felt extra passionate about something, they could usually convince the other one. Like, dude, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
let's just follow my lead. I got you. Woo, 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 woo. And we did that together. On both sides. Sometimes he took the lead on things that I was like,
Yeah.
and sometimes I did. And most of the times it turned out well. And because if it didn't, then the other guy got the blame too. I was like,
Right.
you like, remember you fell,
Uh,
remember?
so talk about the iconic moment when y'all are rapping back and forth. Like that's a scene that's played on forever and ever and ever. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
You talking about in the movie in House Party?
yeah, in House Party,
Yeah.
it's the dance
Um.
scene and then it's the rap scene.
Yeah. Right. Well, the dance scene, we on the same side. You know what I'm saying? So and we're dancing against AJ and Tisha.
Yeah.
Our counterparts in the movie. I mean, the dance side was pretty. I mean, a lot of times this is the thing, and this is where Reggie Hudlin, the director and one of the producers of House Party, this is where he lucked up because he could write in the script dance scene
Yeah.
and then leave it alone. And then, we come up with it, you know what I mean? Play and I, obviously, we had our routines and whatnot. We'd been out on the road. AJ and Tisha, were real tight and they were great dancers themselves. So that's easy. So all you got to write is dance battle. And then boom, we take it, right?
Yeah.
And that became an iconic kind of dance battle over the years. Similarly, the rap battle, that's just something that was in the script, and Reggie described, yo man, I want. Well, all he described us to is like, yo, y'all two got a battle, and play got to lump you up in the front,
Mm-hmm.
and then we want Kid to come out on top
Okay.
at the end.
Yeah.
That's what they tell you. They don't write a word of it.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? So and play to his credit, he got the gist of it, and we were able to construct something where if you see the battle, I mean, like he's killing me,
Yeah.
until the end. And then
Right.
the end I kind of pull it out. But that's the cool part about it. We both knew what the outcome was going to be, and
Right.
play. He does his best, like like he get while he getting lumped up. He got to be mad and look mad and all that.
Yeah.
So that was cool, man. So yeah, both those scenes were, come to find out once again, like nobody knew that 30 years later people would still be talking about it. But, that's like where we came from. I mean, as a rapper back in the days, you had to battle. You had to go back and forth. And sometimes you had to battle, one of your homeboys just for neighborhood supremacy. You know what I mean? So, but once again, it was a lot of fun. Those days they were really long. They were like 12, 14-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
But we were all young, myself and Play and Tisha and AJ and Full Force and
Mark.
Robin Harris and
Yeah.
and Martin and Groove Be Chill. You know what I mean? Typically cats would come down to the set on days where they weren't even filming. Because we were all like really tight. We were
Yeah.
tight and we loved each other and we hung out. We weren't making no money, but we didn't really care. And we had no idea, none of us, about what House Party would be or
Mm-hmm.
become or would remain. And I think for all the people that were involved back then that are still alive now, I
Yeah.
know we lost John Witherspoon not that long ago. We've lost a few a few soldiers.
Right.
But we always had a great bond, and when we see each other, we're the house party crew, and nothing can change that. It's a classic movie, and I feel blessed, and I know Play feels blessed that we were part of it.
Yeah, and another dope thing that I know behind the scenes is about how was it you Play and Salt and Pepper and maybe Martin that all kind of worked in the same area? Was it a Sears or something like that, call
Mm.
center or something?
Can you believe it? This is the craziest thing about life, right? So back in the days, Play and I, Play was first. We started working at this Sears company, Sears Roebuck,
Hmm.
working on telephones. You call people up and ask them, they like their washing machine. You want to get a maintenance agreement. You know what I mean? Fix your washing machine anytime you get, whatever
Yeah.
type stuff. So he got the job first. Then he told me about it. Then I got the job.
Hmm.
Then I think Herbie got the job. Our producer and eventual manager got the job. Then um, I think, well, they all end up working there. Like Salt and Pepper end up working there too. But I think me and Player got fired by then. But we was all friends. And initially, Martin ended up working at Sears, the same Sears too. But initially, he was working at the gas station across the street. He used to pump gas at the gas station. We used to see him like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah.
you got Kid and Play and Salt and Pepper, Herbie Lovebug, and Martin Lawrence work at the same nasty Sears and Roebuck, and we all got fired eventually.
Yeah.
We all got fired. Thank you, Sears and Roebuck. Thank you very much because that that was
That was a boost.
that what talk about that shot us off, bro. They gave us some. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm gonna show these fools.
And,
But yeah, can you imagine that? That was a crazy. That
right.
was crazy.
And then talk about Class Act, because I know a lot of people get the movies all switched up. You know what I'm saying? But Class Act, like probably House Party One and Class Act, those are like neck and neck. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll agree with you, Desi. Um, Class Act is a movie of ours that has aged well
Hmm.
over time. You know what I mean? Like House Party. Look, House Party's House Party. House Party's bigger than it's bigger than me. It's bigger than Play. It's bigger than all of us. It's
Yeah.
just what I mean. But Class Act over time has really aged well. People like that vibe of us switching identities, the nerd
Yeah.
turning into the
Right.
gangster
Right.
turning into the nerd. Yeah, because to be honest, it was kind of like that in real life as we were growing up.
Yeah.
Play was, Play was like a, wrong side of the tracks type dude. Um, and I was a nerd. I literally was a nerd. Big, thick glasses, like everything, all the and so it was weird as we were going through Class Act and filming it. We were just like, wow, it was very accurate to
Mm.
how we were. As we were kids, I didn't know anything about the streets. I didn't, I was very nerdy and not really adept at dealing with, other people or girls or anything like that. And Play was very adept at that. He was very good with people. He was very good with the ladies. He was a good people person.
Yeah.
But his problem was, you know, to him, a classroom was like it had the virus. Like he didn't want to do that was his thing. Like he didn't want to, like school. I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? So we were able to kind of teach each other and be like, yo, bro, you can, he gave me confidence in
Mm.
the streets, and I tried to give him confidence in the classroom because
Yeah.
that was what he had to have that, and I had to have that. So Class Act was funny because we were just like it was. I mean, in terms of acting, it was easy because we'd already done it
Yeah.
like in real life, and so we're really pleased, like I said, the way that movie has aged,
Hmm.
because fans will come up and they're just like, man, you know what? It's like, man, I love House Party, all the house parties or whatever, but I really, I said, I really like Class Act. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I was like, all right. And when I look at Class Act now, I get a different appreciation of it.
Hmm.
It's always tough to look at your own work, but I try to look at it now, and with all our movies and everything we've done, videos and TV shows and whatnot, I
Yeah.
try to look at them with a different eye, not being critical, but just trying to understand.
Yeah.
I want to understand why these movies are still so popular. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And you know, I think I get it now. I get it now more than I did in the past. I think I appreciate it more,
Yeah.
and I get it, and especially now, Des, you know this, man. People's locked up. They're not going. Well, expect Texas. Y'all just going everywhere. Y'all, you know. Vanilla Ice concerts. I don't know what the hell y'all doing out there, but the rest of us is kind of on lock. And I think what happens is you tend to rock with the things that you know that make you feel comfortable, that make you feel like the old days, like those
Right.
movies,
Yeah.
like those that music. So I think that you know, old school groups like us, or you know, groups from the '90s and in the past,
Yeah.
um, that we've been you know, getting a kind of resurgence because people are just kind of jumping back to, you know, man, remember when we could have a house party? You know,
Yeah.
remember when we could dance with each other, when we could have a dance battle, when we could have a rap battle, when
Right.
we could, you know, all these different things that we used to be able to do. And I think you know, movies such as ours, you know, a lot of stuff from that era, you know, that was just very interactive and really you
Comforting.
know, I think people miss that. Yeah, I think people miss that,
Yeah.
and so I mean, whatever comfort we can give to you know, to people right now is, you know, is a blessing. Is a blessing.
Yeah. You know how they say, like, comfort food. Like, feel like
Sure.
these are comforting, and and when you hear the music in it, like it just takes you back to that moment.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, if it's, you know, it's the, you know, it's hip hop, it's house parties, it's the pajama jammy jam,
Yeah.
it's a battle, it's a this, it's, you know, it's colorful clothing, you
Hmm.
know, it's rapping to a girl. Like, remember when you had to rap to a girl? You're just like, oh, girl,
Yeah.
you know,
And
be
it was.
like, what? Be like, whatever. I'm like,
That's
yeah,
good.
interaction, and I think and look, and I'm talking about our culture. I'm talking about the hip hop culture.
Hmm.
I'm talking about that we need that. You
Yeah.
know, we're missing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can't hug your homeboy, you can't hug your homegirl. Like,
Yeah.
that's that's as to me, that's as damaging.
Hmm.
You know, that's damaging. You know, look, if cats can't get out and work as much as they used to, obviously that's damaging to your pockets.
Right.
Okay. And we all have to, you know, or everybody's trying to figure out different ways to combat that. But
Yeah.
you know, the physical and emotional part of what this pandemic has caused, that's a cost to the soul. You
Hmm.
know, that makes me feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, you know, you can't hug your family, you can't hug your kids, you can't, you know, you have to take all these different things into consideration. So,
Right.
um, you know, but you know what? We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But what's going on with you in Texas, man? What is, man? Listen, what are they doing?
Man,
What's open? What ain't open?
they
What's going on?
they open up. They opened Texas way too fast, and then people went crazy, and then
Ooh.
ready to
I seen them. I seen them in Galveston. They was going. They was going to
on.
town. I seen them down in Moody Gardens. I seen them.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'm
But
like, oh Lord, stop it.
yeah, man. Yeah, I also wanted to talk to you about some of your records. You got pause there for a second. Somebody must have called you. Can y'all still hear me? Okay. Look like he got pause. But maybe I need to take him out and put him back. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get you back in. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with me. Let's see if I can get Kid back in. Mm-mm. Let's see if I can get him back in here. What up, D Reid? What up, What up, Producer P? What up, Joey? I'm at Teddy Riley. Nah, this ain't the New York Yankees. It's just backwards right now. Global Kid. This is a victory lap. You can't see it because the screen be backwards. And this is the UNT joint. Shout out to CEO Millionaire. Shout out to Triple D. You know. Oh, if he may have got a call too though. It says he's active. So let's see what's going on. What up, Jay Wig? What up, Tiff? What up, Cam? What up, AK Don't Play? Kyle, Diana, Darren, Black Love, all of y'all. Ooh la la. What up, Dan? Hicks in the building. Yeah, so we're gonna try and get Kid back. Cam, what's happening, bro? Fort Worth, Texas, checking in. Okay, look like he back in here. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Had a little Teddy Riley moment for a second.
And I'm back. And I'm back. And I'm back in the back. And I'm black. And I'm black, yo. I'm black, yo. I'm blinky, 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 black.
Yeah, but oh yeah,
I'm sorry, bro.
all good.
My phone.
I said he probably
I
getting.
didn't realize how low back my joint was.
Oh, okay, yeah, but
Back
yeah,
though.
what I was going to ask about was some of your records. So take a record like Rolling with Kid and Play.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is probably one of my all-time favorite records. Like I remember having that, like the tape and the CD later on, and that was that's probably my favorite record by y'all. I would say.
I would agree. I think it's probably our most popular record. And I think I remember. I mean, writing that record. I was think. I mean, I could have never dreamed that it would be as popular as it became.
Yeah.
But that was the goal, just in terms of a lot of the songs that we tried to do. We wanted to have the audience participate. Those like call and response records. Like I say this and you say that, so that the audience really feels engaged.
Yeah.
And every record doesn't work that way. Like, not every record lends itself to that type of thing.
Yeah.
But certain records, you're just like, all right, we want this to be like a heat rock.
Yeah.
We want this to be like a closer. We want this to be like, if all goes well, this will be like our signature song. Like this is the joint.
Yeah.
And that song, Rolling with Kid and Play, we definitely had that in mind. So when we were, it was something that I borrowed. I kind of borrowed from an old school record that I'd grown up with, and the old school record was by a group called Ripple, old school R&B group, and they had the hook. And matter of fact, it's the same record that Special Ed took the groove from to do I Got It Made. Right? That's what he used for that, right? But that's the same record. If you listen more into the record, it goes and then they hola, roll it, chicka boom now, roll it, chicka boom now. That's what they used to say.
Yeah.
So when I was listening to it, I'm trying to make this record. I was like, well, let me change it. Let's like go, hola, la, oh la, eh. Rolling, rolling, roll, we're Kid and Play now. Rolling, rolling, roll, we're Kid and Play now.
Yeah.
So I flipped it that way, and that was, you know what I mean. That was, songwriters will tell you like, if the hook is that hard,
Yeah.
sometimes it don't even matter
What you say in the
what
verse.
verses, right? And don't get me wrong, we had good verses. The verses, the verses was dope. But
Yeah.
you could have a song like, I don't know if people remember all the verses to "It Takes Two"
Mm-hmm.
by Rob Bass, but you remember "It takes two to make a thing go right." It takes two to make it happen. Like, it don't matter if
And then some
it
of
don't
those
matter what you're talking about in the verses. You can be like, I'm gonna kill white people, and I'm doing all the thing now. It takes two to make a thing go right. They don't even care. They're not even listening. They're so, the hook, and I'm one of those writers, I'm always going for the hook. I'm always going for like the knockout. Because
Yeah.
if I get you on the hook, if I get you, ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah.
We're just dancing now. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Right.
We got you on the hook.
Yeah.
We'd have to really be awful in the verses to lose you,
To
because
mention
the hook is so, like, you know what I mean? The hook is,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And
I usually wrote from that kind of perspective. So now, to your point, and you've been to many of our shows. We're gonna close with, if we don't do that "Ola Ola A"
yeah.
and do that dance, they gonna burn the place down. So I got it. All right, it's coming. Wait.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that too, because even like in seeing y'all perform so many times, it's like people still react the same when y'all do the dance and when y'all do the rap battle. Like people still like they've never heard it before. They just waiting on those moments. You know what I'm saying?
No, and honestly, before all this stuff went down, like, it was wonderful. And, everybody got to kind of relive those times. We were doing a lot of those I Love the 90s shows with Salt and Pepper and Vanilla Ice and
Right.
Home Loc and Rob Bass and Coolio and All for One and Color Me Bad and Young
Yeah.
MC. You know what I mean? We were having a blast, and the fans were having a blast as well, just kind of going back to that. Yeah, and just, they love the battle. They love,
Right.
they love when we're going back and forth with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, the rivalry, whatever. But at the end, when we tie it up and we doing Rolling with Kid and Play and we Ola and
Yeah.
we hit the dance at the end,
Yeah.
boom. That's a woo. That's a blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Those are all beautiful things. Now, mind you, as soon as the show is over, I'm on the side of the stage like, I'm like that dove my kids try to throw up in the air. I'm like,
yeah. Now,
they used to keep an oxygen tank on the side on I Love the 90s tour. I swear to God, no lie. They had an oxygen tank on the side of the stage, bro.
yeah, that's crazy.
Facts. It was fact.
Now,
Fact.
now talk about the comic books, because man, I hate that, bruh. I ordered, and Play knows, but I had ordered some of your old comic books offline, and so I had one of them for you when I saw you the last time.
Mm-hmm.
But when we left the club, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. But I got a comic book for you because I went and
Right.
got old, because I like Play mentioned that he didn't have a lot of the old comic books.
Well, you know what? And to be honest, that kind of surprises me, because he's that's his realm. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's always been like very artistic and a great illustrator and an artist.
Yeah.
And I would say, I mean, it was a privilege, and it was great to do a comic book, Marvel comic book. Can you imagine that? Like, we were comic book heads coming up, and Play was a bigger comic book head than Play and Herbie were like huge comic book heads. So for us to get a comic book, that was like a big deal. And if I remember correctly, like, he took the lead on a lot of that stuff concerning that, and I was cool with it, because I'm just like, well, that's his thing. And
Right.
I think that's part of a good organization. The way we were running at that time, we were running really well because um, whatever your field of expertise was,
Yeah.
the group let you take the lead.
Hmm.
If Herbie was producing the beats and making these decisions or whatever, we like, all right, dude, that's you. When it
Yeah.
comes to writing the rhymes and putting these records together and all this and that, then that's me.
Yeah.
I take the lead, and you have to defer to me when it's time for how we're gonna look and how we're gonna be presented and the album covers and all this other artistic elements that are very, very important. Well,
Yeah.
that's Play's lane. So
Right.
and so he rocked with that. He goes first, and we defer to his judgment
Hmm.
on that regard. So, in terms of the Marvel comic, man, it was awesome. It was like one of those things like you just like like Mama, I made it. It was just like
Yeah.
the cartoon series we had on NBC. We just like, I mean, as cartoon kids, as comic book kids, for us to have built something and created something where, you know what I mean? Like they made cartoons and comic books out of us. Like,
And
we was just like, wow. Like,
yeah,
you
then
know
they
what I
have
mean? Like,
dolls.
hmm?
Then y'all have dolls too. When they do.
We almost did. We actually had a deal on the table
Okay.
with Mattel. There was a deal on the table with Mattel, but that went away. We only had one season on the cartoon series.
Okay.
Had we had another season on the cartoon series, I think the toys would have went down,
Okay.
but it didn't. That would have been cool though.
Yeah.
That'd be very cool. I mean, and but trust me, go online. I know there's toys of me going around.
Right.
There's toys of me everywhere. There's merchandise for Kid and Play that we have nothing to do with. And sometimes I see it, I say, yo, it looks pretty cool. Like, can you
Yeah.
at least send me some of it? Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But even when people bootleg you, it's a compliment because it's like you've created an imagery and a vibe that makes people want to. I mean, come on. I didn't look like a cartoon character back in the days. Like, come on.
And,
I
and,
mean, I still do, but I definitely look like one back in the days.
yeah. And
It's a compliment, I think.
yeah, and then talk about some of the art because I see you post a lot of the cartoons and the art, and when people do photo shoots, in the same kind of way that y'all
Yeah.
did back in the day. Like, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's something that I've been picking up, particularly over the last couple of years, with the advent of social media. A
Hmm.
lot of imagery of us kind of crosses my path,
Yeah,
and ultimately, what I want to do, and what I'm trying to do right now, and you know what, you could probably be very helpful, Desi, because you know everything, is I want to create almost like a virtual art gallery
mm,
of um all the different art that's been created about Kid and Play.
yeah,
It's everything from pencil sketches to looking like Picasso drew us. Look, all these
yeah,
different. It's just the way people perceived us,
right,
and how they wanted to draw us or recreate us. And so over the years, it's been amazing. I mean, and it goes from, little children to the most veteran artists in the world.
yeah,
Um, and I mean, and it's very humbling. Play will tell you the same thing. Like, it's just humbling. Like, man, y'all been drawing us for, y'all been
yeah,
drawing us for 30 years. Like, like, wow,
yeah,
you really like us. Like, it's
yeah,
it's awesome. And so I thought, and I ran it. I was running by Play too. I thought it would be a great opportunity, not just to not just to promote Kid and Play, but to promote some of these young artists. Like these, I
absolutely.
mean, some of the work is like really incredible, and it's their take on us. And
Yeah,
some of it looks traditional, but some of it looks really, really to the left, and some,
yeah,
and that's okay. It's like, this is how you envision us. This is how you feel about us. This is how you want to recreate us.
yeah.
So it's all good. So that's something that I'd love to do. I mean, it was something that I was trying to get together before this stuff went down. But I still think that virtually and online, and maybe that's the best
Yeah,
way to do it,
absolutely.
because you know what I mean. That way we can shine a light on these a lot
Yeah,
of times these really young artists that have been
yeah,
celebrating us, and give them a shot, and then also you know, continue to promote. Because this is what I think, Dessie, and I'm sure players told you the same thing. A lot of times, especially over time, you figure out what you mean to the fans. And a lot of times what they're telling us is, you know, they come to us after shows and they be like, yo, man, you know what? You know, man, me and my homeboy, man, when we was in high school or, you know, we was in junior high, you know, they used to call us Kid and Play. And,
Yeah.
it didn't even have to be like, you know, one dark-skinned dude and one light-skinned dude. It was just like, you know, like two partners. And then what we realized over the years is like Kid and Play became synonymous with friendship,
Brotherhood.
loyalty,
Yes.
standing by your homeboy when it gets rough. You know, they'll tell you like, yo, don't try to get between them two dudes.
Yeah.
Them niggas tight like Kid and Play. Like, don't try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you just you're like, oh, this, like that wasn't the intention. But it's a beautiful outcome. And then you know, when the rappers talk, you know what I'm saying? When Travis Scott is on the record with Drake, he said, me and Drake kick like Kid and Play. What that mean? That means we tight. That means we got each other's back. That means we down for each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful byproduct of what we've done. And there's another part of it where sometimes, you know, they can take it too far. You know what I'm saying? Like they can take it too far. I got a quick story, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know, people hit me up, young rappers and entertainers, they'll hit me up, be like, yo, man, you don't wanna let me shoot you these tracks, you know, maybe you wanna jump on it, maybe you and Play wanna jump on it. And I'm like, all right, dude, you know, shoot me the joint, you know what I mean? Shoot me the joint, man. I'm gonna listen to it, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And these cats hit me. They said, yo, it is me and my man. We did this joint and it's called Kid and Play. It's called Kid and Play. I'm gonna sing the joint and let me know if you and Play want to jump on it. I said, bet. He sent me the joint, so I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, dude, you know what I'm saying? Dude, he spitting, you know what I mean? You got a little groove going, whatever, like. And then he gets to the hook, and he's like, understand I didn't want to say. We kind of understand each and every day. We ain't gonna understand than what you say. We tag team bitches. That's that Kid and Play. Kid and Play. Whoa, my nigga. Hold on. Stop it. I'm like, what you say?
Like, I can't be on that. I can't be on that.
What? This song was about him and his man. You know what I'm saying? They hit the same broad, and then they call that the Kid and Play. I said, whoa. I was like, did I hear what I just heard?
Right.
We tag team bitches. That's that Kid and Play. Hold on. Whoa.
Yeah.
I said, first of all, you ain't never gonna get Play on this record.
Never. He not even
We'd
gonna
kill him. We'd have to kill him to get him on this record.
Yeah.
All right. And guess what? I wouldn't even do it. I said, that's what Kid and Play means to you. Kid and Play means y'all hitting the same girl. Like, no.
That's not what that means.
No. And I'm listening to the verses. We dancing in that pussy. It's a house party. No. Stop it.
Oh, it might.
You know what I mean?
It might kick us out. You got time? You good?
Yeah, I got time. What you want to do? Yeah, to kick back up. Yeah, jump back up. I'll get you.
Okay, I'm finna go out and come right back in.
All right, bet that.
Okay, good.
Kid and Play. We tag team, bitches. Y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
That do sound like a hit, though. And I'm black. That's a hit. That's gonna be stuck in my head. We dancing.
Oh my God, yo, I'm gonna send you, dude. I'm gonna send you that record. I'm gonna send it to you. Yo, let me tell you. Trust me, we gonna make that a hit. Like it ain't. Cause I went back to listen to it. Right, I used to tell this story. Like they sent this song to me like a few years ago. Right.
Yeah.
And it makes for a funny story. I would tell it on stage. You know what I mean, like that. It was I told Play about it. Yeah, I think I played them the record,
Yeah.
but when I went back and listened to the record, it's not a bad record. It's just like it's just really really dirty. Like it's just like this. It's like all the things we probably wish we could have rapped about. You know what I mean? Like I said, yeah, we house party that pussy nigga. I'm like, oh god. I mean, I like to, but I can't say that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, but there's a few joints like that. Like I said, in the last few years, I guess that means you've been around a long time, and like I said, we've people, they think of us a certain way. They're like like Kid and Play, like you tight, like Kid and Play, like you do something together, like that's your homeboy, that's your homegirl, y'all tight like that. You do and apparently I guess you share vaginas, not and that's not something that Play and I have ever done. Like I'm just like that's what we mean to y'all.
So I like the concept though of the virtual art gallery, and I could see it, man, like because you could have one that's just about the artistic side of how people redid Kid and Play, right? And then another part of it could be what it means from that brotherhood standpoint, from that friendship standpoint. Because
Yeah.
like we definitely put that together.
Oh, no question. And I've got there's a cat that I'm working with out here in Los Angeles, who's it kind of in that world.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody like somebody like you, does your mind and your expertise, I think would help because to get it to the masses. And like I said, what I think it's really about ultimately is shining a light
Mm-hmm.
on these artists, these unknown artists. And some of them are young, but some of them are old. That older people. This is their take on Kid and Play. And and then I think it gets bigger than Kid and Play. Like you said, it's okay. Then it's like, well, why did you draw it like that? Like they don't all look the same.
Right.
We're the same. We're the same two people.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times if they're just doing me, it's just me. What's the motivation? What made you create it like that? What made you interpret it like that? Why doesn't yours look like the next artist?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of art, and that's the sometimes people say that's the the wacky thing about art. It's just like but it's all creativity, and the fact that people would spend time out of their lives to recreate us, and you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. It's pretty humbling. And so if there's a way we can do it, and who knows, what, maybe because what's going on right now, obviously mandates that we have to do it in a virtual sense, but maybe that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
We can collect the art, we can get the information about and they're from all over the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All over the world.
Right.
All over the world. I've had people send me, they've sent me murals from Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they got the Kid and Play or house party, stuff like that. I mean, and can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
They got so much on their plate.
Yeah.
But they still feel inspired. That we inspired them to create that and celebrate us and celebrate, Kid and Play or house party or whatever the vibe is. You know what I mean? Like you have to celebrate that. Like people don't got to do that, man.
Yeah.
People don't have to do that. So that would be great. So look, everybody watching, you heard. He said he was going to help.
Yeah. Yep. And then I just think about all the other extensions of it. Like we've been places like and together we've had events like the Halloween house party and stuff like that.
Ooh, that was a big one. I'm gonna miss that one. I'm gonna miss that this year, boy. Woo!
But imagine the flyers that you could even collect from an artistic standpoint, because so many people theme things around house party. Like you mentioned earlier,
that's a whole other thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put you in charge of that, because that's gonna be a job, dude. Because come on now, how many people don't had a house party, haunted house party, pajama jammy jam? They do it all the time, and throughout the years, and to me that's dope. And trust me, we've done Halloween house party with you. We've done pajama jammy jams all over the world,
Right.
where we were actually there. But guess what? They do it without us. They don't.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
And
you
then
know what I mean? We can't afford Kid and Play this year, but we're gonna have a pajama jammy jam regardless. So that to me, that's just like amazing. And I remember those ones in the house party joints in Dallas. Oh my God, those them people, they don't play. Was
right.
that the one at the big hotel or whatever like that?
Yep.
Like, man, these dudes ain't playing them.
Yeah.
And they was gonna be like that regardless. Like we was there, we
Right.
caught the benefit, but they was like, man, if you wasn't here, we be
Yeah.
this hard.
Yeah.
Right? And they came, their costumes, and once again, getting back to the original, like, man, I don't care if it's, I want people to have Halloween parties. I don't even care if we ain't playing or not. Like, I want us to all get back to that,
Right.
like, you know what I mean? That interaction. So
Yeah.
we gotta figure out. We are gonna figure out what that is. We are gonna figure out what that is.
And then thinking about another thing that we kind of talked about, with social distancing, what it me and you talked about the last time we were together. It was the showing the movie in the park.
Ooh, man, that one, bro.
But I'm saying,
Yeah, man, that one hurt me, boy. That one hurt because I thought that could have been a big thing. That was our house party in the park.
but it still could be possible just because you actually have to have more space now.
Right. Well, another way we trying to do it, and I was talking to one of my partners, and you tell me. I said one of the ways we might be able to do it, we do it as a drive-in.
Absolutely.
Especially in Texas, all that room y'all got out there, right?
Yeah.
So we do it. We're gonna show house party at a drive-in, and it's gonna be like not your regular driving, like big shit. Texas, y'all got all this kind of side. So we're gonna have, it ain't gonna be just one screen. Maybe it's a screen on the front, screen on the side. Excuse me. But Kid and Play are gonna be there.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You got people. You can come look. I see these cats doing concerts. Garth Brooks doing concerts where they drive up and they charging $100 a car.
Yeah.
You can come there in a damn motherfucking van, and they like, nigga, 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so what? I don't care. We could do it like that.
Yeah.
Y'all just pile up, boom, boom, boom. We gonna go over here. We gonna watch house party, and Kid and Play gonna be there. We'll jump on at the end and say what's up. The technology. I'm sure there's a way we could do it. They want to ask questions. Might do a joint or two or whatever like that. Everybody's safe in their cars.
Right.
Maybe that's a way to go about it, and putting it all out there. It's a way to do it where maybe it's not weather sensitive. Like you in your warm ass car. It don't matter.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, their house party in the park was an idea that we were trying to do that, obviously because of what's going on right now, isn't really feasible. But I see people doing that. I see people trying to do these drive-in concerts and events.
Yeah.
And to me, I think if you had a dope area in Texas and all y'all got is room out there,
Right.
you got, like I said, do it fly. Don't just have one screen. You got one screen here, you got a screen on the side, you got screens.
Right.
So that'll, more and more people can be a part of it. They come up, technology wise, they can just tap into, hit, go to 88.8 and then get the audio,
right.
All that, right? From the movie. And it's dope. They gonna watch. We gonna watch house party, and at the end, Kid and Play come out. You know what I mean? Answer some questions or whatever. That could be interesting. And a way to kind of, we reaching out to them, and like I said, in these times. And I mean, these young kids, they don't know about driving movies. Like not even you. You don't even know about it. You too young. But our generation, driving movies was a big deal. I was like, what? You could go. You didn't even have to get dressed up. You be in your pajamas. You be in your stanky ass pajamas.
Yeah, people definitely gonna be in pajamas now. The pajama jammy jam drive-in.
What? Can you imagine? That would be dope. That would be dope. So I hope, like I said, we all have to get creative in the environment that we're in right now because it's very challenging. But I think there are ways that we can still stay in touch with the fans, be relevant, work within this new construct, you
Yeah.
know, where we're not on each other like we used to be, but we can still be together. We just can't be like this.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, trust me, I got my man on it. We trying to adapt
Yeah.
house party in the park to house party drive-in, because you can do that all over the country, and I think for the foreseeable future, that's we're gonna have to think about ways like that.
Right.
We can like I said, we can't be like that. We have to be engaged,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't be like this
Yeah.
for now. For now.
Well, yeah. Well, man.
So get on that.
For sure. Well, yeah, man. Well, man, I appreciate you taking so much time today, man. We've been on over an hour. I ain't gonna take up all your day, but I
So
just
good.
connect with you, man. I appreciate you so much, and we still gonna get the biopic popping as well. So,
Look, you know what? Yeah, these are the times I tell everybody, and I tell myself, it's a crazy time. It's a difficult time. But these are the times where we have to try to, we got to finish things that we started. I tell everybody, them songs that them half written songs, you got to finish them joints. Them
yeah,
half written scripts, you got to finish them. Whatever project, all the projects that we talking, we gotta try to finish this. This will lift
yeah,
at some point, and we all have to be ready for that. And just try to stay down as much as we can. You know what I mean? And I think I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in us, and I see how people are trying to come together.
yeah,
And I hope if Kid and Play are a part of it in any kind of way, that's very, that's a sweet thing. That's humbling, and we'll do our part. So what's up.
yeah.
Hey, so you got to come on. Wait, I'm getting ready to launch Kid and Blaze TV.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd like you to be on with me at some point, all right? Because we need you taste, what do you call you? Tastemakers. Influencers.
Sure. Whatever you need, man.
Influencers. So we gotta, you and the Karen Civils of the world, you know what I'm saying? Like we always gotta hear, what you have to say, because, literally, in terms of what we're doing entertainment wise, you guys are always in the trenches, on the front lines, and you're the type of people that could come to artists and say, look, because artists always come and say, I want to do this and that,
Yeah.
and then you come over like, look at let me give you the real. Let me give you the real in Dallas.
Right.
You ain't hitting so much in Dallas. Like you gotta give you the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, we that's one of the things, that another part that I miss too. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't understand. Like oh, you're the artist and you this and that. I said, but there's a whole network of people that we work with that help us do what we do. You know what I mean? You go into town, no disrespect. I mean, you're awesome, Dessie, but there's a Dessie, there's Dessies all over that, that do the great work that you do, because
Yeah.
your town and your zone and you know what I mean?
You're right.
So that's people, and then you bring us in contact with other people, and you take us to the spot, and you take us to the thing. I was trying to tell you, my man, I went to your club that last time. They had to drag me up out this sucker.
Yeah. I wasn't
Man, some of them dude, man, somebody put something in my drink or something, dude. My man Domingo, he still talking about it. He said, man, we was up in the VIP, right? What club was that?
Park Avenue.
We up in Park Avenue. We killing it, right?
Yeah.
Right? You had me up there. I don't know, with some dope boys. I don't know who it was. I'm like this. We tag team bitches and that kid and play. I don't know what happened. Next thing I know, you know what I mean?
Then the wings.
Yeah, I had,
You like the food. You like the lemon pepper wings too.
Woo! Yeah, no, that place was cram jam, boy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Those them times, we gonna miss them times,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Not get passed out, carried out the club. I ain't gonna miss that.
Right.
I'll do better. Bring it back. I'll do better. Hey, make sure you call your boy Play, man.
Yeah, I'm about to call him probably about
He 87 today, so make sure you hit that.
I will, man. I will definitely call him in a few minutes, man. So, man, thank you so much, my brother, and we'll be talking about everything, offline.
Swag, you know what's up. You know Dessie. Hit him.
Peace.